People often say that chess players can burn up to 600 calories per day. Well, in today's video we're gonna figure out if that's true. And I'm also gonna be testing 5 other games to find out which ones can get your chubby ass a bit less chubby. Starting off with the previously mentioned, chess. Alrighty, chess. This one is a bit different, I feel like. To measure the calories, I'm using this little watch here. I bought the cheapest one for this video, so hopefully it counts correctly. If I go in here and check my ELO, you can see I'm significantly worse than any sort of chess player. Actually, if the beginners start with 300, so let's start going, I guess. For this video I picked 6 different games, and there's a different reason for each one. For chess it was because of the myth I mentioned in the intro, that grandmasters can burn up to 6,000 calories a day during tournaments. And I'm so bad I figured I'd burn way less than that, or at least I thought I was bad. He gave up, what the fuck? Maybe I'm not as bad as I thought. Also, I'm noticing the stress is definitely the main factor in the calorie burning. If the myth is even correct, that's definitely the factor. I kept grinding through the games, but it was getting difficult. See, the longest I've ever played chess for straight is 30 minutes, and that was just one single game, so doing it for a full hour was already a lot. And I could already feel my heart rate spiking through some of the late games, which was a bit unexpected, honestly. Holy shit, my heart rate is 102 right now. I've burned 26 calories almost halfway through, and please don't judge my chess abilities. So you might be wondering where that 6,000 number even comes from. And it's an extremely valid question, because it actually just comes from a guy named Sapolsky. He just basically looked at chess players' heart rates and blood pressure and ran with it. Meaning there was no actual calorie measurement, just pure heart rate data. Real exercise scientists actually measured it properly and found that chess players can burn about 1.53 kilocalories per minute at rest and 1.67 while playing, which is only a 10% increase and not the 300% that Sapolsky claims. And even over a full 8-hour game, that's only 960 calories total. Only a couple hundred more than just sitting and watching TV the whole time. So yeah, having a panic attack is apparently not the same thing as running a marathon. Who would have thought? Yes! And that is time! 1 hour, 1 minute, 17 seconds, 42 calories. Let's move on to the next video game, Wii Sports. Very interesting. Alrighty, game number 2. Wii Sports. This is definitely the one I'm expecting to burn the most calories out of all of them. High hopes, definitely high hopes for this one. Oh my god, this fucking music. Start off with swordplay, and I'll see you. The reason for why I chose Wii Sports is because I thought it could be a bit interesting to see just how big the difference is between standing and sitting. Plus, it's been a while since I played last, and it's like a childhood game, so I just wanted to try and beat some of my sister's old records while I was at it. And it was definitely a lot more exhausting than the chess. And adding the fact that I was standing and swinging my arms around, I was 100% sure this was gonna burn more calories than anything else. Whether that's the case though, you'll see. I did get frustrated at times, because I did only manage to beat one single record, which is why I sat down at some points, but I genuinely had a lot of fun with it, until the hour was up. Alrighty, I've played for exactly an hour now. Pretty exhausted actually, didn't expect that. Maybe because I'm still sick, definitely ain't helping. But time to check the calories. My pulse is 105 right now, and my calories burned are 238. Pretty good, honestly. That's the same calories as walking for an hour, I think. Let's move on to game 3. Alrighty, third game. Fortnite. Now, it's been a few months since I played this last, so I'm just gonna quickly check my settings if they're still good. And I'm gonna play ranked reload, just because that's a bit more action to it. Let's put on the watch. I'm putting it on the hand that I'm using with the mouse. But anyway, let's start. I would have loved to show you the actual gameplay while I was playing all these games, but the footage came out looking like this. The reason why I chose Fortnite is because the overall pace of the game is extremely hectic, and there's not quite a game like it. The game requires so many buttons on the keyboard, as well as always moving the mouse, so both arms are constantly moving the whole time. It was also shockingly the most stress-inducing game yet, so I thought it could be interesting to compare it to something like chess, where you're essentially just sitting the whole time. There is also a study which I found that says Fortnite burns the most calories per gaming session out of any game in the world, between 100 and 210 calories per hour. Fortnite, 76 calories an hour. Much better than the chess. Now, let's move on to... Alrighty, game number 4. Pokemon Go. I'm just gonna walk around here for an hour, catch some Pokemon, and we'll see how many calories I burn. Well, yeah, I'm gonna come back if anything interesting happens. The reason for this game is I remember playing it quite a lot a few years back, and I actually lost weight without even trying. As well as that, I remember seeing all these headlines about Pokemon Go being the very first video game actually good for you, except some of the accidents that came with it. So going in, I already had a pretty good idea of what the result was gonna be. I found myself a nice little, outdoor gym here. I think I'm gonna go up those stairs as well later to maybe catch the sunset. I found a bench press here. I'm gonna do max reps on this bench press here. We'll see how many reps I can get. Let's go. Oh, it's way too light. Feels like max maybe 35 kilos. That's enough of that. I thought it was gonna be way heavier. Well, it's the same weight, but it's a harder movement, so... there's no good Pokemons here now. Different people burn different amounts of calories, and I'm definitely on the lower end of that. But with me moving around this much the whole time, I already knew this was gonna be the one that burns the most calories out of anything in this video. Well, I'm pretty exhausted from going up those stairs, but it's pretty beautiful. I've been at this for 43 minutes, I think, around that. I've burned 330 calories. I found no good Pokemons though. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy a bit and then head down. In 3, 2, 1, boom! Pokemon Go calories per hour, 340. Wait, am I brave enough to do this here? Now, let's move on to the next, I did all of that just to fuck up the sentence. Alrighty, it's the next day. I went to cut the lawn, but the lawnmower cut me instead. I'm allergic to grass. So, but let's start. Already, I'm gonna try and beat as many first levels as I can. I think I've beat this one before, so I'll start on this one. Let's put on the watch. Right, boom, and let's start the timer. My thought process for this game is how rage-inducing it is, which probably burns some calories, and also how locked in and focused you have to be when you play it. But saying that, just 20 minutes in, my focus had already gone completely out the window. I was getting a bit tired in my index finger, but that was honestly about it. And even though Geometry Dash players can get their heart rates up to like 190 BPM, I had no real stress response, and my heart rate pretty much remained the same the whole way through. Already, 41 minutes in, I'm not even close to beating the level, but my heart rate is 96 and I burnt a whole 14 calories. Wow. This was definitely the game I was moving the least in, but even with that, I was still expecting the heart rate alone to at least get me like to 20 calories by the 40-minute mark, but it really didn't do that. I kinda gave up on the... one more attempt on this one. One hour off Geometry Dash. Burnt a total of 20 calories. Let's move on to the next game, which is Overwatch. Let's put on the watch and start the timer. The big reason for this game is how fucking overstimulating it is. In Fortnite there's a lot of things going on, but you can always have a bit of control over it. But in Overwatch it's just straight chaos the whole time. But even with all of that, my teammates somehow still managed to make me burn more calories than the actual game itself did. I'm just gonna rage bait them a bit. I mean like the lowest rank possible, so I shouldn't even be getting this serious about it. But I was getting tired as fuck. But we just kept going anyway. Overwatch had way more mouse movement than any other game in this video by far, and it spiked my heart rate like nothing else could. Alrighty, when it comes to the stats, 1 hour of Overwatch burns you a total of 50 calories. My heart rate is 85. It's 8 calories above chess and then lower than everything else. Obviously lower than Fortnite, I move around, but happy with that. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. It's a bit different, but should be good either way. Please like and subscribe, watch some of my other videos. It should be there. And remember, even when things aren't feeling alright, it's gonna be okay. Goodbye.